Hello everyone and welcome back to the Global Gamers Invitational. This is Mac bringing you a game between Sinatraa, our blue Protoss, and it's already spoiled, Stalife, the green Terran. Stalife very much looking forward to the t-shirt. He will be winning when he wins the series. He's very confident. Good for him. Being confident is great. I do want to once again thank those sponsors of the t-shirts being provided by the Handsome Nerd, but also a huge cash prize donated by SCVs for the real world. That is iFixit, donating $2,000 to this tournament. And of course there is also Esports United, who through Intel is providing several nice processors for the winners of this tournament. I do want to say this is a personal aside. I remember when I cast the opening best of one series, I think I did both Stalifes and Sinatra's, and at that point in time I actually hadn't heard of either of these guys, but I have watched them all the way through this tournament, and quite frankly they're both amazing players, and I have since heard of them. Yes, they are both very big names, and they certainly deserve to be here, and I definitely look forward to seeing this game. Protoss v Terran, Protoss, Terran, Protoss Zerg, probably my two favorite matchups, and I'm very much looking forward to see what these two guys do, and they're both very friendly players, both know each other quite well, and happy to chat when all this is on the line. Once again, the winners will move on to the actual best of 16, round of 16 tournament. That's where all the money will be, so the top 4 finishers are advancing, but there will possibly be some other finishers making it in, just because some of the guys had to drop out, unfortunately. So far, not much going on. It is standard play from both players. I hate using that word standard, but that's exactly what this is, standard. Sinatra's being a nuisance, trying to kill SCVs. Has he? No. Good players like this, don't lose them. But we are getting a very, very early pylon from Sinatraa blocking that tech lab. What a nuisance. And there it is canceled. Marine is being built. This SCV is going to try and deny him from doing it again. And Sinatraa says, "Oh, to heck with it, I stopped it once, that's good enough, no tech lab for you." The Marine is out, chasing the probe away. Meanwhile, Sinatraa has thrown down a second gateway and a cyber core, so very early gateway, which I find surprising. So he might be going for a stalker rush. That's all I can really imagine. Fast cyber core, no zealots so far, denying the tech lab right away to keep the marauder count down. It does smell like a stalker rush. He does have 2 Chronoboosts saved up, so it's really the only thing I can think of. That's got to be what it is. Unfortunately, Stalife wasting no time, grabbing that Marauder right away, grabbing the concussive shells right away, and a second barracks. So possibly the Stalkers will be effective. There is only the one Marine, and one Marauder will lose quite handily to Stalkers, but a second is on the way, and I think 2 Marauders and a Marine do beat Stalkers, but don't quote me on that. We'll soon see. Stalife, meanwhile, scouting his opponent's base, sees the Chronoboosts, sees the Cyber Cores, probably knows exactly what's coming. And here they come, the first 2 Stalkers. 1 Chronoboost left if he wants it. And with the follow-up, we are going to be seeing... Well, we'll keep an eye on this production tab. Stalkers are moving out. 2 Marauders and a Marine, so that's going to be tough for Stalife. He did supply block himself over, so reinforcements a bit delayed on the way. And the Stalkers, however, looks like they're just going to be content to take these Zelmega watchtowers, not actually going to be pressuring the Terran player. Maybe they were, I don't know what it was, but he is transitioning, grabbing a Stargate. I think the Stalkers was just a gambit that he decided not to follow through on. It's just way too late. We have Marauders with the concussive shells. I guess Sinatraa felt that when he was scouted, it just wasn't worth it. And off he goes. Some Zealots being followed up. Still not seeing Warp Gate technology because of this Stargate gambit. So either going to go Phoenix or Void Rays. Phoenix very unusual in Protoss versus Terran, so most likely Void Rays. And by feigning this mass Stalker rush, he has made his opponent think he has to worry about Stalkers. Hence the barracks with tech labs. But notice that Stalife actually opted for the reactor barracks before the second tech lab barracks, so he's going to have a lot of Marines. You see he's getting combat shield, not getting stim. So Void Rays, I'm afraid for Sinatraa, probably won't work especially well unless he uses them in combination with his army. Then who knows? A scan goes down, definitely detects the Stargate. So Sinatraa trying to be very tricky in this game, and really he just can't seem to get anything going on here. Meanwhile, Stalife just playing a very innovative strategy. He has 3 barracks producing Marines and Marauders. I've never seen this before. And every step of the way, he just keeps detecting whatever Sinatra's planning. So we'll see if Sinatraa can be clever, distract the front door, attack the back door. We'll see if anything to that effect happens. Looks like Sinatraa is getting ready to move out. His army, however, composition not so hot. Slight advantage in numbers, specifically because of this Void Ray. But these Marines are well and ready, and they get a nice lead. Mismanaged by Sinatraa. He almost loses that Void Ray. Gets one or two Marauders and Marines. That did not go well at all. Trying to use the Void Ray's superior range, and it's really not paying off. Sinatraa, he does lose the Stalker, and the Void Ray is forced to retreat, so units lost. A lot of Protoss units being blown up there, and Stallife barely losing a thing. I think that this number is probably 3 Stalkers. That sounds about right. 3 Stalkers to a Marauder and 2 Marines, or 4 Marines, something like that. So really ineffective. Still producing more Void Rays, however. It looks like Sinatra's going to try and make use of his micro to get those Void Rays, exploiting that range. Range of 6 compared to the Marines' range of 5, so you can do some nice work there if you're incredible. However, Mobius Reactor is being trained, which to me says there's got to be Ghosts. Sure enough, there it is. Ghost Academy on the way, getting ready to EMP all those Protoss forces. I do like what Sinatra's doing here, using the Void Rays to harass with superior range, but giving line of sight up this cliff. The problem is that Zealots don't shoot up cliffs. Stalkers might, but Marauders and Marines shoot down just fine, and Sinatra's just throwing away Stalkers to this ball. And Stallife, really no urgency right now. It's not like his opponent is expanding. No one has an advantage in terms of income except for a Terran player because he has mules. So it looks like Sinatraa is content to fall back and try something new. That something is a robotics facility, probably reaching for Immortals and or Colossus. But Stallife, meanwhile, has been reaching for Ghosts. He should be producing 2 on the way right now, and EMP, as we all know, extremely effective. And I think, yeah, there it is, a push coming right away. 2 Ghosts, both with a Mobius Reactor, both can EMP. Expansion going up for Stallife. So he will have the expansion to fall back on after his attack, if it's successful or not. If I had to bet, I would say it will be at least somewhat successful. Definitely won't be worrying about a heavy counterattack because this is a very strong force. No upgrades, but they do have Stim Pack, Concussive Shell, Combat Shield, and Ghosts with EMP. Sinatraa, meanwhile, a lot of Void Rays. Void Rays very squishy. And there's the EMP. Direct hit. All the sentries losing their shields and their energy. Zealots miss micro. The Marines and Marauders are up. They can take out all these buildings if they want, but they're going to chase the forces, it looks like. And they do catch the Void Rays. 1 stim and they've got them. So many free pylons. Stallife really wants that army though, and there it is. Finally decides, okay, I'll kill the robotics facility, forcing Sinatraa to engage. Off come the probes. Another EMP. This force probably going to be destroyed, but probes all going to go down in the meanwhile. I take it back. The probes pull off, and Sinatra's force is completely destroyed. There's got to be a GG. There it is. No more Void Ray. Where is the GG? Come on. Sinatraa giving it his all. He's not going to give up. There it is. GG indeed. Nice coming push by Stallife with the Ghost. Sinatraa trying to be too clever, and hopefully we'll play a little more conservatively next game, and we'll have a nice long game too. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Sinatraa and Stallife, game 1, and the next game will be Sinatra's choice, so we'll see which map he picks. So tune in right away, and we'll see how it goes.